People shouldn't need a car to live day to day.
The media
driving cars
that
is
are
killing people.
infinitely further removed from the consequences of actions like this, and like suburbanites who live in like these fucking heavily militarized suburbs that are like, again, far removed from crime like this, have a significantly more reactionary approach to how to deal with these kids than the people in this community. Like, these are the people who are literally having their shit fucking jacked, or know people that are getting their shit jacked. And when you ask them about, like, so what's the punishment? What should be the punishment? Like, they have a more rehabilitative approach. Even the guy who was like, you fucking steal my car, you never seen your family again, I'm gonna kill you, is like also simultaneously being like, yo, you can change your life. Like, you don't need to do this. Okay? She said 20 years. One of them said 10 to 20 years. Okay, I mean, obviously there's gonna be a diversity of thought here, but ultimately still, like, there's still people talking about how you can fucking, save and change their attitudes. Even the person that said 20 years, or one of the mothers literally fucking said, well, it could be my child. Like, I wouldn't want him to go to fucking jail for that long either. Still the bias because her car was literally stolen. Yeah, talk to fucking... That's a person whose car was stolen, who said 20 years for someone stealing a car. Meanwhile, fucking, what's his face? What's the YouTuber guy? I'm forgetting now. He got his car broken into, and he was like trying to fucking melt people. Okay, so even in that situation, like Casey Neistat was like, we should melt criminals. Like, so even then, it's like. Even then, it's people are still drastically more tolerant, I think.
Kids doing all this.
Young babies, man, but they don't understand what they're doing. A 3-year-old know when he's doing right or wrong.
Let's say you were the mother of a Kia boy. What would you tell your son? Yeah. See, guys, this is what I'm talking about. They gave these out for free because that's how much the Kia boys are doing work around here. We had multiple people that we interviewed in just a span of 15 minutes know somebody or themselves personally that had their car stolen by the Kia boys. That is fucking crazy. It's scary to think I'm going to meet somebody that seems to have no regard for human life. They will steal your car, all your shit, just for a joyride. And their violence has been so notorious that the city of Milwaukee had to cancel a fucking basketball game watch party because these kids are so violent.
What it do, bro?
What up, big dog? I'm on your block.
Shit, I'm on your block.
All right, we're here, we're live. How you guys doing? What can you tell us about what we're about to see right now?
Man, my little niggas finna hit the corner and go crazy.
How many Kia boys do you think there are in the city?
Hundreds.
Hundreds?
There's Kia boys and not a boys.
Are there any Chevy boys? I hope not, because I got a Chevy over here.
It's a whole tutorial on how to do this shit on YouTube. If you see a nigga walking around with a Charger like this, just know he's probably gonna steal your car.
I'm Tommy G, and I'm here with...
My name's Sonny.
I'll call you Marvin the accountant, okay?
All right.
So Marvin, when did you start getting into the Kia
Almost
business
2
here?
years of brain rot.
I ain't gonna lie, like shit. 3 summers ago, that's when it all started, Hyundais and Kias.
Do you get nervous before you do that?
Hell no.
I'm gonna film you guys, but I don't think I'm gonna get into a car with you because I feel like I might die. Are there Kia boys that have crashed a car and died?
Yeah, the largest thing I ever seen, somebody asked to drive and then they crashed, they flipped the car in less than 20 seconds.
Hold this in front of your face.
My part is a teacher at middle school in 53202 Milwaukee Hood. 3 of our students are Kia boys. They're 12 years old and their dads are all in prison. Violence to capital is still violence to capitalist, chat. Yeah, exactly. Dude, that's crazy. 1,000,000%. Look, you want to know how to stop this? Okay, are you ready for this? You want to know how to stop this? It's going to fucking come across like a crazy idea, but there is demonstrable proof for this, and the same goes for Chicago, and the same goes for all these other fucking places. Outlaw Kias? No, dude. And no, it's not release Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm making a fucking serious point now. After school programs, dude. Like, literally, just shit for these kids to do. That's it. That's literally it. Sometimes it's as stupid as something like that. Sometimes the answer is unironically that fucking simple and that fucking stupid. Okay? Like, that's it. That's literally it. Basketball leagues, fucking sports leagues, shit like that. After school programs unironically cut down on half of this crime immediately. MPS is horribly funded. Teachers make like $35K and the police get 45% of the city budget. Exactly, dude. Exactly. That is the problem. You are not trying to tackle crime where crime occurs. If these fucking schools were better funded, if these fucking schools
9 months, baby.
had after school programs, if these kids had some shit to do, okay? If they felt like, if there was more community investment, you would cut down on a gigantic percentage of the fucking crime that occurs in places like this. But no, instead, we got to do like kids from rich school districts saying school clubs are lame is because they actually had entertaining things to do at home. Yeah, 100%. You're talking about people, you're literally talking about people who don't have like anything going on at home. Like there's nothing happening. Okay? Barely fucking food on the table. Like they would have something to do in this situation. Like you're crazy. Like Grand Theft Auto 6. Like we're talking about families who get their most nutritious meal. We're talking about kids in families where they get their most nutritious meal at school. So if you're already fucking a Naperville Andy, you're not going to understand this. You're like, what the fuck do you mean? Michelle Obama's fucking school lunches are my most nutritious meal? Like it's the worst meal of my fucking day. Yeah, no shit. But for a lot of these fucking kids, it's their most nutritious goddamn meal of the day. You understand? That's the kind of poverty we're talking about over here. Okay? And this is, again, not something that I'm fucking making up. This is like actually proof. Like there are millions of fucking kids in this country, the wealthiest nation on earth, that get their most nutritious meal of their fucking day at school. That's why school lunches are so profoundly important. That's why schools that have like lunch debt is insane to me, and that should be completely abolished. That's why I talk about this. I've written extensively on fucking lunch programs, school lunch programs in general. That's why school lunch programs continued throughout COVID when schools were closed. Because, like, kids will fucking die if you don't offer them food from school. So, like, you cannot, in your fucking relatively privileged brain, comprehend the level of poverty, the level of structural violence that these kids are subjected to from such an early point, okay, in their lives. This is everything that they know. This is everything that is this kind of violent activity or violent behavior that they engage in is a retaliation or a way to live through all of that. They just don't give a fuck. Why would you give a fuck if you're starving, if you're hungry, and you have nothing else going on in your fucking life? Why would you care? Of course you're gonna fucking steal a car and like do dumb shit.
Face while you talk. No, I'm just kidding. We'll have to find something for you. Here, guys, this is what I'm gonna do real quick. All right, now we're good to go. What percentage of Kia boys stay strapped when they ride around town?
I ain't gonna lie, at least 60%, 60-70% always got guns.
Do your moms know that you do this?
Shit, she know I got a case for that shit.
That's exactly, moms know I got a case for it. That's a
What does she say? Does she tell you like, hey, you can't be doing
Yeah,
this?
she tell me not to do it. I be listening to her too. I don't be doing
Only
it.
got caught one time, so she think I'm done.
I don't condone this either, y'all. I tried to stop it. So.
Yeah, what's your advice to these young guns out here?
Man, stop doing that shit. Pick a bag up, line your lines up, you buy your own car.
Most of the people stealing cars is kids, so they get a slap on the wrist and get right out.
What up, big dog? How you doing? You got the Cartiers looking fresh, man. Good to meet you. I'm Tommy G.
What's going on?
So have you heard of the Kia boys?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy to think. I mean, dude, I'll be honest with you. I am surprised that this dude is like willing to do this, because like there is a little bit of a reactionary slant to this coverage, and I'm surprised that he's like willing and able to like go out there and actually talk to these kids. So it's, you know,
The people that haven't heard about them before, how you describe
surprising.
them?
Shit, they Kia boys. Yeah, they do their thing on the real. Watch out for them. But I fuck with them though.
If I drive a Kia, should I be concerned?
Oh yeah, most definitely. They come to get that.
What advice would you have? What would you want to say to a Kia boy?
Man, shit. Be safe. Be safe. It's It's rough out here.
Is this block about to get crazy or what?
Hell yeah.
What's the most daring or brave thing you've done in the car?
He was out the sunroof driving.
Did you think you were gonna die?
Hell no.
Are you scared of death?
Shit, hell no, that shit gonna come.
But maybe it can come a little bit later, or not today when you're driving out of a sunroof, you know?
Shit, I ain't gonna crash. I got
Is my city and Kia boys are generally scary on the roads? Like cops won't even stop them when they see them, and they're like, "Oh, fuck that! I'm not doing anything." But yes, let's give so much money to our cops in the city. Shaking my head.
If you had to guess, the average Kia boy out there, 30 cars, 50 cars, 2 cars,
people be on sprees because some people don't know how to drive, so they gotta steal so many cars because they run through them.
because they crash them?
Yeah, I know people who got like 200 car thefts, 300 car thefts.
What?
Oh, bullshit.
And are you scared of potentially ever going to jail? You ever think about that?
No, I ain't gonna lie. I'm only scared of the black truck shit. Fuck the police. I ain't gonna lie. I'm only scared of the black truck. Other than that, fuck the police.
Have you thought about how you would spend that time?
Shit, you only gonna do like 3 weeks shit. It's a misdemeanor.
You only do 3 weeks for stealing a car?
Hell yeah, it's a misdemeanor shit.
Yeah, because they're fucking 12, dog. What do you think? What are you supposed to do? Lock them up permanently? They're like fucking 14 years old. That's why. Like, that's it. That's why. I mean, the other guy, the older dude said it. He's like, these are kids, so they don't go to jail forever if they steal a car. I think he probably doesn't realize that the person he's talking to is like 14, 15, 16 years old max. Like, which is not surprising because, like, that is a very common trope, is like assuming that black people are older than they actually are is like a very common thing.
So is there really no punishment for this?
Hell no. It's the high speed, that's when you get a felony.
How old do you think the average Kia boy is?
12, 11.
12, 11? You know what I was doing when I was 11? I was catching frogs and shit. Uh-oh. Hey, watch this, watch this, watch this. What?
I asked students like this when I was teaching. After school programs don't work because it's too hard to get them to come to school in the first place. They need to develop a trusting relationship with an adult at school first to come. Need more counselors and trauma-informed practice for teachers. Okay, fair. That too. I mean, dude, think about it from the perspective of the average American. If you're European and you look in, you peer into the mind of an American, you can't comprehend it. You're like, what the fuck? Why does no one trust the goddamn government? Why does everybody want to fucking cut taxes and shit? It's because our confidence in the government has been undermined for the past fucking, like, since the Reagan era. You know what I mean? Like, completely. The government doesn't do anything, and it just steals your fucking money from your paycheck. That's the way we think about it. And there is some truth and validity to that fucking idea. And that same attitude, the microcosm of that attitude can be seen in one of the, forward-facing facets of governance, which is public education. Public education is undermined. It's crippled. It's an institution that, like, is not seen as like a salvation for many of these children. They don't think about the upwards social mobility that they might get from going to school. Well, partially because they don't get that because, again, their schools are fucking underfunded. So that's how it works. You, over time, lose faith in the system. And just like the American government takes all of your tax dollars and spends it on the military, the local government also takes all of your tax dollars and spends it on fucking cops.
But the car. Hey, what's that fat bitch on the corner talking about?
What did we just see right now?
Man, you just seen the smacking ass shit, nigga. That's what smacking ass shit, man.
How fast do you think they were
He
going?
tried to
Like
eat
80,
that
he was
motherfucker.
going like 80 trying to eat burnt that motherfucker.
So do you guys go to school or you just skip school and steal cars all
I
day?
go to school for
I go
sure.
to school.
I need my education.
So what do you want to be when you grow up?
Shit, rich, shit, whatever comes with it.
I mean, do you see yourself being an astronaut, a fireman, a mechanic?
I ain't gonna lie. I want to do HVAC. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, that kid is literally 12, dude. That kid is like not. That kid's 11. Like this is an 11-year-old. Okay, you could tell even through the fucking balaclava that he is 11 years old.
Dude, that's a really good profession. I feel like you guys would be perfect mechanics. You know what I mean? Like you already are in the business of cars. Do you know that this city is scared shitless of this right now? The whole city of Milwaukee is pooping their pants because of that shit like that. I feel like I need to move my car off the street. All right, guys, honest question. So if that car would have gone out of control and swerved and hit me and I died, what do you think should happen to the driver?
Yeah, you should have got out the way.
If the car hit me, it would have been my fault.
Hell yeah, you should have ran when you seen that motherfucker.
People know when the kid boys come through, get up out the way.
Would you guys even have cried at my funeral and brought flowers or anything?
I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't even know you that much to be crying.
But I'd be like, damn, bro, shit. I'd be like, damn, bro, I got smacked.
I asked them if it hit me, they said it would be my fault.
Yeah, they said shit, you should have got out the way. Yeah. Listen, and that's the fucked up part because they dead serious.
That's a fucked up mentality.
It is. And it's like they don't got no sense of.
Dude, Ameribrain, dude. American brain rot, brother. That's like, that is literally just the most American you can be, okay? That is unironically the most American mentality you could fucking have, dude. Straight up. What do you mean it's your fault? Get out of the way. Door control.
Of sympathy or nothing like no more, you know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
they could be stealing a single mom's car that if she misses that car, she gets a
Bro, they're 12 years old, bro. They're 12. What the fuck do you mean a single mom's... like, have you guys never seen a 12-year-old? Like, I don't understand. Do they just think that, like, a 12-year-old has the same exact attitude and worldview of, like, a fucking fully developed adult who's like, oh, man, I can't believe the consequences of my actions. Bro, you're 12. 12-year-olds are fucking demons, dude. Literally. So let them do crimes. I'm not saying that at all. Of course I'm not saying that. Why is it that every time I talk about like black people specifically, okay, and like things that are happening in like black neighborhoods or whatever, people just like immediately fucking assume I'm like, oh yeah, you're just saying that it's okay. You're saying that it's okay. Like, no, of course not, bro.
From her place, and her whole family's life is fucked.
People always say you're supposed to offer them guidance and direction. How you gonna offer somebody that don't want nothing, that don't want to listen?
What do you say to people that say, hey, they just need a better family structure, they need a male role model?
I mean, that could be true in some cases, but some of these people have that. A lot of these kids really good kids, but they followers. A lot of kids really at home a lot by themselves. Mom's working second shift, trying to feed 4 or 5 kids, so they...
I wonder how that works. Interesting. Interesting. Because he hit the high note of like, oh, well, do they have positive male role models? He's like, no, they have that sometimes. Like, even they have positive role models in their lives, dude. They're just fucking not there because they're working.
At home, 16 and 17 years old at home, a boy gonna do what he want to. I did.
I mean, a lot of kids got good parents. When you come outside, you're gonna do what you want to do. So you really can't blame it on the parents.
No. Young men like to push the boundaries.
Yeah, I think now with these cars, they testing the boundaries of death almost.
They really are. I mean, that was crazy. They could have driven through that car right there.
Hell yeah, they could have hit that curb and started flipping it anytime.
Should we check out the aftermath?
Yeah, let's go check it out.
All right. Okay, so we have to be ready. If they
Bro, they aren't trying to debate. They're having a conversation on how it makes no sense to them. That's what I'm saying. Wait, what?
swerve back around, we have to hide, dude, because I don't trust these guys to drive properly. All right, so look, see all these tire marks? They swerved into someone's front yard. Look, right here and right here, 10 feet from the school. We're gonna interview a lady that almost got hit. Are you okay?
I'm great.
How close to you did that come?
Like, pretty close.
That was fucking crazy.
That was wild, some wild shit.
Is that normal? Have you ever seen something like that before?
Yeah, every day.
Every day? That wild?
Yup.
Y'all got a hood pass courtesy of the mob. Gotta watch y'all because they get kind of treacherous over here.
Dude, and I have a girlfriend I love very much I need to go home to.
You gonna go home and you
she's my sweet cheeks, you know what I mean?
I said my sweet cheeks.
What happened over there, man?
Man, he was doing 80 and tried to e-brake. Can't do that.
The guy's on the fucking car. Oh, fuck, my car's up there. I don't want my car. You see people running for their life up there, dude? Did you see that? These kids are gonna fucking die. I'm getting scared watching it. I'm not even in the car.
Hey, y'all see that we Hot Wheels? We like the Hot Wheels on this bitch. You see how fast we put the tire on?
That was crazy.
Hot Wheels, man.
You got some cojones, man, that's for sure.
Hell yeah.
Have you ever gotten into a police chase before?
They can't chase cause they can, but like after you doing so much dangerous shit, they gotta terminate it.
You're a reckless man, you know that? Are you ever sitting in the back of the car thinking, I really wish I wasn't here because this is scary as fuck?
No, I don't drive in the back seat. If I'm in a joint